That's my happy dance, Dan. It is a happy dance for a happy hour.
Wait, here's some ASMR. Ready?
Oh, so nice. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Quarantine Day 497,000 and episode 6 of Happy Hour-ish here on EXXXOTICA.tv. Of course, we're streaming... Seven? Jesus Christ.
Dude, you get it wrong. There's a forgotten
6,
week
5, 14. Dude.
That you were so drunk and high that you just don't even remember it.
That's been the whole time. Just the alcohol part. The weed part would be illegal in PA. So, welcome everybody to our little humble abode on the internet. I'm your host, Jay, and my best buddy, Dan. Hey, Dan.
What's up, best buddy, Jay?
Oh, nothing. Just hanging out.
I'm finally pointing to the right side, by the way.
I know. I just figured it out, too, because it's actually opposite when I look. Anyways, so, I have one huge question. How you doing, Dan?
Hey, day 55. I trimmed the beard here today to look a little bit more presentable.
Yep.
Day 55 of quarantine. New Jersey deaths are going down, so that's good.
Yes, they are.
And EXXXOTICA.tv just keeps rolling along.
It just keeps rolling on. I did not shave this week, much like I think it was last week.
So you're not getting...
I realized that I look like a 20-year-old puffy man boy when I shave, and I realized that I can shave after the show and still try and get some. See what I did there?
Got to be the shoes.
Oh man! So what's going on in this rundown? This is the first time I'm reading this.
Let's see. I don't know. Let's see. What are we celebrating today? Today is. I saw the hashtag today of Fursuit Friday.
First who?
So, fursuit. Furries.
Fursuit. Oh, fursuit. Okay. Hey,
we've seen the fur.
We have.
How many furries come to Exotica though?
They're right there. Actually, we have a funny furry story. At the same hotel that we used in Chicago for years, they host like the world's largest furry convention or whatever. And years back, somebody pulled the fire alarm at like 4 o'clock in the morning there, and they had to evacuate the entire hotel. It was like 980 rooms full of furries. And apparently, the parking lot scene at that place was something to behold. The same hotel that Hey, I hear
That's
myself.
Crazy.
I hear Jay. Do you hear that?
I heard you.
What else is going on?
Let's see. What else is going on? California, our fine friends in California decided to reopen their state today. I wonder how that's fucking going.
God bless them.
Surfing beaches. We'll have to find out from one of our guests.
I got my fingers crossed, man. Hopefully they open it up and they say, "God damn, we were crazy for keeping it closed so long." I don't think that's going to happen, but I want that to happen.
What else was this stupid internet talking about this week? Oh, do you see the shit about the murder hornets?
Murder hornets are just one stepping up every crazy shit that goes on in this country. Yep.
Dude, I'm not leaving my house.
Look, I put that picture. I put the picture up with the giant hand with like the murder hornets. They look like they could carry away a small child. I
sent you the thing with the mouse. You got that on there? The video of the murder
No, that wasn't in there.
Mouse?
No, but
I put it in there.
No.
Oh man.
No, I got the other murder hornet.
Two things in this world I'm scared of: heights and bees.
Murder hornets.
It. I'm not afraid of dying from a height or a bee. I'm just afraid of the actual height or the bee.
Okay, that makes sense.
And then, of course, last but not least, everybody's talking about The Last Dance, biggest documentary in the history of shit.
I was a crazy sports kid. I am no longer. I don't have the brain space for it. My 8-year-old knows infinitely more about sports these days than what I know. But I will say that watching The Last Dance is like a trip down memory lane, man. That was like, I was right in the middle of it. That was right in the peak of like my childhood basketball days.
So let's see, you already made fun of me, so I'll make fun of you in saying that your 8-year-old is smarter than you.
Oh, dude, smarter about some things, and he pees on the toilet seat less. At least that's what my wife told me the other day. So
better pee than poop.
Yes, that's true.
See, we had to get our obligatory poop joke in there. So I don't know, dude. We got a fucking. I'm excited about tonight.
Me too, man. We're stacked. We are so stacked that we're going to change things up a little bit. Yeah, no, we're stacked, baby. You and I, we're stacked.
Yeah. I mean, this is like a little dream here.
It's exciting.
True. It's like an Exotica who's who. Like these three ladies are pretty much mainstays. except a couple of them I haven't been to a few of the shows. Actually,
one of them has only missed a couple.
I think all three of them actually weren't in Jersey this year.
Oh man, you know what? We're gonna
I think
hold it
we
all
missed
again.
all three
Let's
of them
bring
this
them
year.
all on and publicly
let's bring
shame
them
them.
All right, so first one to be shamed is we're gonna bring in the first one to be shamed. She's won MILF of the Year by I don't know how many different organizations, 200 million fucking times. Huge YouTuber.
You may know her as the banner ad that always pops up on Pornhub, where she looks like she takes a little dude and flips him upside down, and upside down 69.
No, that's the wrong one, dude.
No,
it's not who I'm introducing right now. Jesus Christ.
Oh man, then we're backwards. You're wrong. I'm not wrong. Okay, go ahead.
Huh?
Fine.
See, they're pointing to who it is. This is like a little guess who. Jay, you failed the first one.
Okay.
Hey, here's a hint, Jay. Her name rhymes with Tanya Tate.
Wow, you just totally messed me up, because you're bringing everybody in backwards from what you were expecting. No, this is the exact opposite. What can go wrong will go wrong. Welcome to Exotica TV. I'm going to go ahead and just throw everything out the window here and go ahead and bring her in. Here you go. You ready?
Tanya.
There she is. There she is.
I'm here.
There's Tanya Tate.
I'm here. I was waiting.
This is the last time Dan ever produces a show.
Jay, give me a hint. Who should I introduce next? Jay, go ahead. You introduce the next person.
Well, now we know, because it's a middle person. It would have been the same either way.
Jay, you introduce the next person. Go.
All right. So this person is probably the longest running attendee participant of Exotica. She's been to pretty much every single show in the world. She wows people on stages all over the place, except for during quarantine. She is the one, the only, Miss Rubberdoll.
Oh, hey.
What up?
Hi.
I can figure out who's next, Jay. And
You're such a dickhead. You took all of the staging stuff that I had figured out, everything that I did to produce this ahead of time, and you fucking threw it out the window. Go right ahead. Here we go.
No, I don't want to know.
I see you, Dan.
I
fucking see you.
Jay, words hurt, Jay. Words hurt.
Oh, man. Okay, keep her going.
Look, so this next woman, you may see on Pornhub banner ads where she's got some dude flipped upside down doing God knows what to the little bastard.
You may also see her getting introduced the first person that we were planning on having introduced, but go right ahead.
I will go to my grave with this. We're going to start taping. Jay, we're going to tape our entire lives right now.
No, we are. Welcome to Exotica TV.
She is a contract star for Brazzers. I mean, dude, I don't know what else to say about her. The one and only P. Marizzle, Phoenix Murray.
Yeah. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Bizarro World. You're all backwards in my book.
Oh, I love it.
Jay, we said we were going to go 1, 2, whatever. We're going to do it. And then
we'll argue about this later.
We'll argue about this later. I can barely see Tanya. Tanya, you got to back up a little bit or back up.
I was pushing the boob.
Yeah.
We're cutting off the top of your head.
Hold on.
There you go.
There we go. And now we see more of your boobs. See?
Even
bonus.
better. Nice job, Dan. Good thinking.
See?
You know how I can tell we can see more boobs? The view count goes up by 100 within 10 seconds.
It's awesome. If you guys all sit there and go like this, we're going to run a social experiment. Do that. Everybody do that real quick. Everybody just squeeze your boobs together real quick. Juggle them around a little bit.
Mine don't juggle very much. They're the bra is just squishing them together, and that's all you're getting.
But the best part is hearts are flying on here.
Oh, man. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in...
Am I forgiven now, Jay?
All the order that I actually wanted people to be in, because, this will make way more sense. Here we go. Okay, continue.
Continue. I'm not messing you up here too much here, Jay.
No,
what the fuck is going on here?
Woo! She's got us on remote. There you go.
I know she's got a remote. That's all crazy. She's all high tech.
I know.
So, ladies, thank you so much for joining us here. Does everybody have their drinks? You have a drink?
Straight bottle.
Look,
there you go.
Hell, Jesus Christ.
Yo, listen, I've learned over the years, Rubberdoll doesn't fuck around.
Okay, let's see.
arm.
We're 6 minutes into the show, and Jay and I have both already fucked up. So.
Man,
let's start with Phoenix. Phoenix, I haven't seen you in so long. So first off, all three of you guys weren't in Jersey, so
I know, which is
I'm
crazy
over it
because
all three of you guys have been combined to probably about 40 Exoticas.
I know, it's the best.
Rubberdoll has probably, we've done 42 shows, something like that. She's probably what, 38?
I've been, you know what?
I've
probably been to almost all of them. I think you missed 3. But I missed 3 of them. One I was sick. One I had to do another show, and then the other one maybe was the very first one. So I think I missed 3 of them.
Was that other show AdultCon?
Oh God.
No, it was something in Key West.
Oh, Key West is nicer because we were probably God knows where for that one. Hopefully you missed Columbus because we got to get our Columbus.
No,
joke
I was
in there.
Yeah. I actually like that one.
We talked about that.
Oh,
we'll talk about that some more. So Phoenix, what have you been up to? You've been doing a lot of shit with Brazzers.
Right now I'm at work.
I know. Tell me.
Yes, contract for Brazzers.
So you do it's actually your civilian job is much like your porn job. You do penis enlargement.
Yes, I do actually. I touch penis all day long and vaginas.
And pussy. Oh,
yeah.
am I allowed to say that word?
Yes, you can absolutely say that word.
Now you have to refer to it as
anything,
snatch.
You just can't take off clothes, right?
Just can't take off clothes.
Phoenix treated me. Sorry, Phoenix. Continue, darling.
So what kind of treatments are we talking about here? I'm asking for a friend.
Right? It should be just that, and just finish, guys, and then be like, oh, I need to leave my wife, but that's not what it is. It's called Gainswave. It's extracorporeal shockwave therapy for erectile dysfunction. It also works for females. And what's really cool is it can make your penis like girthier and longer, and your ejaculant's harder. There's like a million great things. And for women, we make the vagina tighter and wetter, and I come like 10 times bigger than I already was coming, so it's crazy.
Sign me up.
So let me ask you, you said it's for people with erectile dysfunction. What if somebody with non-erectile dysfunction gets it done?
So I have the lovely Johnny Castle, and he doesn't mind me saying his name. He comes in just to it's for fun, right? Because he's all buffed and juiced out. So he's like, I'm going to come in there and just make sure I keep my dick great and I can perform the way I want to. So I'm like, okay, cool.
Listen, runners get their legs massaged after a race.
Really
so you're right? And the cool thing was, a while before we came on air, Phoenix comes walking in and, she's wearing her scrubs and everything, which I think she's still got the scrub bottoms on. Or maybe not.
Yes.
There they are. Oh, my God.
Still looks sexy.
That was just for me to get her to stand up so I could see her ass. But
it was a good one. I liked it.
I know. I'm smooth. But, I mean, imagine walking into your doctor's office, Jay, and this is the nurse that greets you.
Seeing Phoenix Marie walk you through.
It's like a porn movie.
If I was there for my penis to be treated with something, and I saw Phoenix standing behind the counter, I'd know I was in the right place.
Exactly.
Right?
How did you get it? What made you make the jump to start doing this?
Seems pretty
I also
natural.
do like the cool sculpting and stuff. Yeah, no, it's great. One is I was started with cool sculpting, right? Because I tried the cool sculpting on myself and it worked amazing, as you guys can see. And then I actually am a master trainer for Allergan, so I train all over the world for them. They pay me really, really well to do that. And then the doctor at the office said, hey, guess what? We're going to bring in something for erectile dysfunction. And I was like, okay. And he goes, they might have a feminine version later. I'm like, okay, cool. And he said, guess who's going to be doing it? I'm like, me? He goes, exactly. So I was like, obviously, I've touched a few penises. I've had sex with at least 635 girls, so I'm assuming I'd be perfect for it.
Is that a right number? Did you actually factor that?
You know what the crazy thing is? You want to be amazed, Jay?
Always.
Phoenix. Here's a Phoenix Marie fun fact. She's only been with probably like 20 something guys.
Yep. Just multiple
times. How many male scenes have you shot? Boy girl scenes.
Me? Not many.
No.
I don't know.
I said boy girl, not boy boy.
Oh, okay. Girl boy scenes, I've shot probably 757, and then girl scenes.
Probably 757.
Yeah.
Just a round number like that.
Well, I'm at 2,000. Well, I guess it's more than that. I'm at 2,021 scenes total.
Do you keep a diary? Do you have this all written down?
Not.
Oh, it's all in your head?
It's all in there?
Oh, yeah. I can tell you every scene I've ever shot, what I wore, what we did. Like, I still have most of the wardrobe from all those scenes, too. And everyone's like, sell it. I'm like, but it's mine. I don't want to sell it. Memories.
Memories.
And, and speaking of shooting, I mean, you're, well, fairly recent. It's been a little bit less than a year with the Brazzers, right? Contract?
Yeah, right. Yes.
Love those guys.
They are so amazing. Like, look at how well, like, one, for EXXXOTICA, it fits so perfect, right? And then the way they're helping performers during this time, like, they're donating thousands of dollars for people.
Mm-hmm.
And Brazzers is just so, I don't know, they treat me like family. Like, if I have like you guys do, right? Like, it's a family.
One big dysfunctional family.
Well, that's
one big dysfunctional, fucked up family that owns, that may or may not own a baby. We got to check with legal on that.
Yeah.
But we'll talk about that later.
Right.
So you've been doing that stuff with Brazzers and you've been shooting with them. I mean, but obviously you're really not shooting right now, right? With the
oh yeah, no. I've done some solos for. They're actually putting like some more raw content, like we would put on our OnlyFans on their website. And like Joanna Angel and Small Hands did something together because of course they're married, so they'll post like a real scene on Brazzers, so they have something. It's just kind of like, hey, don't go outside your quarantine level.
Yeah.
Like, I see Johnny Cass all the time, so I'm always like, hey, guess what? I know what I want to do. Let's go.
So I know you're out, and we're allowed to say where you are, right?
Yeah, of course, Las Vegas, baby.
Yeah. So she's out, and you're out in Vegas, and we're here, Jersey and Philadelphia, respectively, and everything here is just
the
on
Philadelphia
lock.
part's respective.
You gotta dude. You don't even know what you're saying. Respectable, or it's two totally different words. Just Jesus, shut up. My God.
Keep drinking.
Just keep drinking, Jay. Keep drinking and smoking. So let me know how that works out for you. I'm straight laced tonight. I'm on my game, Jay.
Thank God somebody is.
Anyway, but so here you have to go out, and there's only certain businesses that are allowed to be open. I mean, is dick therapy? I'm sorry calling it that, but
Oh yeah, it's fine.
dick therapy's fine.
Yes, it's totally fine.
What about cock shocking?
It is not electrical, so it'd be
Okay.
cock massaging.
Cock massaging. Is cock massaging considered an essential business? Because I know the dispensaries are closed out there.
Right. Well, actually, they're delivery for dispensaries.
You'd imagine that?
Ew. I'm good, thanks. Not my thing. But anyway, we are essential because we do hormone replacement therapy here. So
Right.
we're remaining open because the last thing you want is bitches that are already crazy on meds to be off their meds.
Amen, sister.
We see that. So no, it's cool. And thank you for joining us here. And by the way, are you still celebrating your Chiefs and winning the Super Bowl?
Of course I am.
The first thing I second thing was, actually, I think I might have thought, I'm so happy for you and for Richie, who used to work with us.
Uh-huh.
The second thing was that when that last touchdown scored, I got the final and reversed. So I won like $1,600 in a pool. So it was awesome.
You're taking me to dinner. How nice are you?
I will take you to
Taking
dinner.
all of us to dinner. Next
Right.
show.
And I'm going to cook dinner, Jay. Because God knows I haven't been doing enough of that shit.
I don't trust you.
And there's... So, speaking of dinner now. Let's talk about our next guest. Let's bring her in here because she has her little furry friend joining her.
Hey.
Cute.
Rubberdoll.
Hi.
What? I always forget the dog's name.
Zeppy.
Zeppy. Zeppy rolls to
Yeah.
like every Exotica. I usually see your travel partner with you, Rubberdoll,
Yeah.
carrying your dog down through the lobby. While either I'm like coming in from a late night or getting up for an early morning.
Tanya, when are you going to start bringing Millie to shows, by the way?
Have you seen the size of her? She's a 60, 70
I have.
pound
No, I haven't
boxer
seen the
dog.
size of her because I haven't brought her to any shows.
Oh, hold on. I'll go and see if I can find her. I should be back.
She's 70
Hold
pounds.
on.
You can't miss her.
I wish I could be Luke, but he's 130 pounds.
So,
Aww.
just wait, Giuseppe? Zeppy.
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 You know, his real name is actually Giuseppe because I named him after a shoe called Giuseppe Zanotti. It's a shoe
I love
designer.
him.
Right.
And so then his short name is Zeppy.
Does Zeppy have his own Instagram page?
You know, a lot of people ask me that. No, he doesn't. I have enough work with myself.
I just assumed.
I love dogs.
I
What
know
the
that's
hell?
the best.
Jesus. Hey, it's Millie. What's up, Millie?
Oh, how cute.
You
Oh
went
my
and
God.
grabbed
Millie.
the dog and brought
Millie's
him in there.
cool.
Why did you
This just turned into that show that you were talking about doing, Dan, with like porn stars and their pets.
I know, dude. It's awesome.
Oh, it's the best.
Wait,
What?
Tanya, you have to get the other one. You have to get Josie. You got to see their cat. What they did to this poor cat.
Right.
Okay.
What she did
Oh,
to this poor
no.
cat. Like she
What
took the
did you
cat
do
to
to
the
it?
groomers the other day. If you see the cat looks ridiculous.
What did you
I don't
do
think
to
she
the
can
cat,
hear us right
Tanya?
now. You couldn't hear what I was just saying, could you, Tanya?
Look at Zippy.
I had my headphones off. I was dealing with a big dog. I was trying to coax her up and she wouldn't. So
3 big dogs,
pull
the
her
way I
like-
see it.
Where's the pussy?
Dan loves to
Tanya,
send
where's your
people.
pussy at?
I've got a cat.
Dan loves
leave
to
me
send
alone.
people on wild goose chases while
I
we're
do.
live on air. He's like,
like a
"Hey,
it's
why,
like a scavenger hunt."
why don't you go grab this?" It's like, no, don't grab anything. Just stay where you are.
That's what makes it.
Phoenix has got a big dog as well.
Very
But-
big dog.
But she's at work.
It's a
And there's
King Corso.
Rubberdoll
I need a
bouncing
big
with the
thing.
dog.
Yeah.
The
So
dog's just like chilling.
Rubberdoll, when you travel with Zeppy, what is? I've never actually traveled with an animal. Is it like you must be pretty well versed at it because I see him everywhere.
Yeah, I just have to, usually I conceal him so a lot of people won't see him.
Right.
And
And he's cool like that. He just kind of like.
But he doesn't bark. He doesn't bark, and he's really cool, and he's just a little bit needy, because he's very, like, pampered by
Aren't
me,
we all?
like, I'm always touching him. But I always have to, like, hide him and sneak him in, just in case I don't want anyone, like, saying, like, oh, you have a dog,
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, because
so,
God,
yeah.
I mean, that's what
But he's
everybody's
very
worried
well
about.
behaved.
Yeah. No, he's always been. How
I'm
old?
afraid to get a second one, just in. I feel like it's not gonna be. He's not gonna be as good if I get a second one.
I can agree with that. I've had a dog my entire life, and Buddy, who was our head of HR with EXXXOTICA for a number of years, and when he passed away, we were like, all right, we're gonna get another dog. We were just finishing a house project, whatever, and then as time went on, we were like, or not. Like all of a sudden, you realize we have kids, so we're everywhere. But like, man, it's another kid.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
definitely, yes.
So Rubberdoll, I mean, you're always running around. I mean, how many dates a year do you do?
Well, with the feature dancing, I was feature dancing almost every week, every weekend, and then all of a sudden, like, does this happen?
Tanya's falling
that's
asleep
not
just thinking
happening.
about it.
That's not happening. So back in 2000, I started doing my Rubberdoll.net. My own website. It's a pay site. And then when feature dancing came along, that kind of took over back like in 2013. And then I feel like I've kind of now gone with my OnlyFans because I don't feature dance right now. I'm currently not feature dancing, so now it kind of all went to OnlyFans instead of my website. So everything is mixed around like everyone else's life, right?
Well, and I imagine that the travel work just instantly stopped. Like that was like a hard stop, and now you've been
Exactly.
you've been at home
Exactly.
for what, almost pushing 2 months.
Yeah, 2 months, and I've never been home for 2 months like in the past. I don't know, 7-8 years. So this is very bizarre. But like everyone else's life, it's all you just have to manage it right now somehow. It's just so bizarre.
Everything about it is bizarre, and anybody that tells you that they know what's going to happen has no fucking clue. Like that's
No.
that's the way it is. Like you can read everything, and I will admit, Dan is the guy that talks me off the ledge sometimes because like we'll talk and like I'll have read an article that says we're all going to die and like a horrible death, and Dan's like, well, I just read something today that says the exact opposite. We'll be out in 2 weeks, and then it just like. And somewhere in between is the truth, but nobody has any fucking clue.
So
They
here
lied.
in Florida, I'm here in Florida, and Florida's very big, and so they said, well, we're going to open some things in Florida, but they don't open the cool parts like Fort Lauderdale, Miami area. They
Jacksonville.
opened up like all the way in Jacksonville. So
Well, you guys,
we have
Have
nothing.
you guys?
the state was last to
have you ever been
close.
to Jacksonville?
Oh.
What?
Have you? No, I know you have, but Phoenix and Tanya, have you guys ever been to Jacksonville, Florida?
I haven't. I really want to go. I heard it's cool.
No, why?
Yeah,
It's like the armpit of Florida.
Florida,
Yeah, you don't want to go there.
Florida is crazy because it's
right? Wait,
If
what's
Florida's
right
like
outside
this,
Fairmont?
it's like right here.
yeah,
Right.
kind of like Jersey.
That's pretty much Jacksonville. Dude, Jersey.
I'm
stop
just
with
I'm,
Jersey.
I'm just kidding.
You should love Jersey.
I do love
Jersey
Jersey.
Jersey helps pay your mortgage.
I love Jersey. I like to pick on Dan because it's an easy target. By the way, Phoenix, my mom wants you to know that she's also drinking Don Julio.
Yeah.
But is your mom going gangster on the bottle like fucking Phoenix is? Like I hope.
You've drank with my mom, right?
Yeah.
Yes, I reckon so, Jay. I reckon she's going gangster with Phoenix.
Oh my
But
god,
I don't think
man!
she's drinking it straight out of the bottle like that.
I mean, poured into a glass with ice. Yeah, that's probably about what
Phoenix
she's.
is drinking right from the bottle.
Okay.
I don't
She doesn't
any
have
other
a glass.
choice.
All right, you hear that,
got, like,
Mom? Dan
she's
said
got
you
work-
lose. Sorry.
She's got urine cups in the fucking place.
Oh man.
Here's by the way, so just reading some of our stuff here. Phonic Mary, I am your big fan, is one of the comments. Phonic, he said. He couldn't spell Phoenix.
Listen, you'd be surprised how many people can't, especially if it's in Mexico, they spell it like that.
But the best part is this is at Sunny Hamzak or something like that. His next comment was, "My duck is going to be heard."
My duck. You got a quack, 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 quack? I love quackers.
My duck is going to heard. And then he wants us to please add him on this call. So Jay, I would love it.
No.
We can't. He does have Skype.
Absolutely
Pretty
not.
Women. This is why somebody else said. Kevin Smith said why I'm going to. I go to Exotic every year.
Hi, Kevin.
Hello from South Africa, and hello.
Hi.
I think I'm blind, but I think it's an Australian flag. Tanya, you have a beautiful body. Rubberdoll, let's go live. Love you, Phoenix Marie. Hi, Tanya Tate. Phoenix Marie is just awesome. And then somebody says, "What the hell?" LOL.
They're probably like, why is she drinking from a fucking bottle like a hood? That's me.
You're like gangsta. Gangsta.
I see this.
So let's Rubberdoll.
Yes.
So you haven't been feature dancing. You're obviously drinking a little bit. You have your martini.
Hooray! Cheers!
There's Mom. I don't see her drinking. I see a glass. Where'd Mom go?
Oh man, I don't mind me. I'm just over here clicking on things. Here,
Jason.
let me.
This is Jay's mom. Jay's mom is and his stepdad and Jay are the only three people who have never missed an Exotica.
Yes,
Yeah.
this is true. Here, hold on a second. I'll throw the.
I see you in every single one.
Dude, what the hell did you just do?
Don't worry about it. There you go.
I'm Phoenix Marie.
There's my mom. Mom's drinking straight out of the bottle. So hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
Moving.
I love you.
See, she is going. What's scary is that I can be on here with everybody and I can make a mom joke and everybody knows the mom jokes.
Yes.
Everybody knows the
Best.
mom. So,
Everybody knows Mom.
all right.
So
Now we're
speaking
moving
of
on.
Mom, let's segue. Speaking of Mom, America's the 12-time winning MILF, Jay. That would be Tanya Tate. Tanya.
Hey, and one of those was for the fannies, which was
Yes,
yeah,
the fannies.
an EXXXOTICA. Yeah, I got me fanny award. I have got some of them sitting out, but hold on a minute. I know you're not. Yeah, hold on.
See,
Stay
we're
there.
She's
talking
a
to her
she's a
right there.
woman after your own
Come on,
heart, Dan.
Fanny.
She
Dude, look
gets.
at all those pop figures. Who has more pop figures?
Oh, there it is.
me.
That's Fanny year two.
nice.
There
That's
it
a Fanny.
is.
That's your two.
Yep. And what was that for?
I have fannies too.
My fannies. My fannies.
Favorite-
Who's your mummy? The fannies
Who's your mummy?
2014.
I forgot we had all those great fun titles. We had
Speaking-
Who's Your Mommy?
Most
Should I
valuable.
repeat some of the other ones, Jay?
Most valuable vagina.
valuable
Coxman
vagina.
of the year. Let's see. Then I know Dan is going to attempt to start
I'm not saying
roasting me.
shit.
Oh,
I'm not saying
you
shit.
totally
Go ahead.
are. So we had a couple of awards for the fannies that we named, that we later rescinded the names and changed them. I originally had wanted
political pressure.
to do the BBW award was the Hungry Hottie award, and
it.
which was fine. And then somebody who will remain nameless and no longer works for this organization said, we should name it the Hungry Hottie. And I'm like,
Hungry hippo.
whatever.
Oh.
And let's just say about a week after we launched
But he did
that,
it.
I did it, and I will take all the responsibility. I also take the responsibility that I changed it, and we kept on moving.
Two.
Yep. It was.
No, year two it just became Hungry Hog.
No, we changed it like 3 days.
What was it, year two?
The blowback was hard. Put it that way.
What was the name? What did it go to?
How come I didn't win that award back then? I was big enough.
No, stop! You weren't big enough.
Phoenix Marie.
Listen, I was 205 pounds at one point when I was
A pure fucking muscle. I've seen that Pornhub ad.
I'm
Like,
177 right now. I can win that award, right?
no.
Come on.
No. If
We had Tay Stevens on the other day, and she was telling us she was 300 pounds at one point.
Wow.
She lost 120 pounds.
Oh, that's right. I've seen the before and after.
That's so awesome.
It's
pretty
It's
interesting.
fucking crazy.
crazy.
So Tanya, all right, and we won't throw any others because there was other wonderful awards with those, but congratulations on your fannies, your AVNs, your XRCOs, your Night Moves, and your XBiz awards.
Yeah, and
Those
I
are the
think
plugs, guys.
Television X, UCAT. I can't even. There's so many of them. Oh, 12-time MILF of the year. And I do have a son now. After winning all those awards.
Yes, you did. Well,
You do,
you had a son until.
Yeah, so we have a funny story about so we actually asked at our staff meeting, I don't know, because sometimes I know, Phoenix, you popped into our staff meetings before.
Oh, yeah.
So we have our big staff meeting before we start a show. And, right now, there's really only like a handful of us that work for Exotica full time. But when we do a show, that handful swells up to about 50, 60 people that are there working for us, not including all the hotties and all that stuff and the independent contractors and
Our DJ.
The DJ. DJ is one of our staff members. Genius.
Yes, see?
So the one time we asked was if an LLC can adopt a baby, which we found out it really could.
I'm sorry,
So
I'm
the
watching
next
Rubberdoll's malfunction. I'm sorry, that's just totally.
Are you calling them when they're not?
That was.
I just saw Jay's mouth drop.
That was amazing. Yeah, sorry. Anyways,
Tanya, while I'm doing this, do we have a nip slip?
no, we're good.
All right, good. So Tanya the next time actually turned over her child to us because she was legally obligated to do so because we owned it.
Yep.
And he became our HR director during our staff meeting.
Yep. He came in.
And at the time, he was wearing like a little helmet too, so he looked badass.
Yep.
He did, yeah. He did. He had one of those cranial helmets, and it was at LFC, Liverpool Football Club, all painted red with the stickers. Oi, Phoenix. And he sat there and he just kind of took over, and he was very distracted. You're all supposed to be having a meeting about whatever it was, and there he is sitting there, and the whole of your staff were just totally wasn't even listening to you. Too busy looking at little Ozzy.
We actually don't we have T-shirts made of it. It was like a staff meeting or a couple of shows afterwards that we now have.
We should have put it. We debated. I'm surprised Jay didn't put him on a staff badge because that wouldn't have been inappropriate at all. He puts Brittany up, ass up, in the air, but from when she was a hottie, but Evan Stone dressed like Batman. I mean, I don't know what else is on there.
Why can't the baby just have property of Exotica and then walk around the whole convention?
Well, we were gonna tattoo the child, but
no.
Tanya kind of like.
No, I would not.
Don't laugh. We've had so many people come to Exotica pushing a baby stroller and not know why they won't let them through the front door when they're 6 months old. They won't remember. I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
But they're not over 18.
Like, what are you talking about? It's amazing how many people will show up like that. I mean, it's one a show, easy, if not more.
No,
why don't you let me play with the babies at least? Like, hey, Phoenix, break time. There's a baby out front. I'll go take a picture with the guy for free, and I get to play with the baby, and then I'll put him back, and then I'll be good.
All right, ready? Tanya, I have an idea. Tanya Tate's babysitting service for Exotica.
I like this.
Okay, what's the idea? So I'm coming to Exotica with the baby, and who's going to mind the baby?
You're in charge of all the babies. So if anybody wants to come to show a husband and wife,
she's like, fuck that. Like, no fucking way.
At the hotel, you will have a babysitting service.
Phoenix, you'll have to come. I am not changing. I don't want to start changing diapers for.
No.
I've been shit on enough, guys. I have diapers down pat.
Me and Phoenix will do the diaper change. I'll just do that hi until he start crying, and I'll go Phoenix.
Look, we have Beefy McNaughty, who's a clown. She can come in there and make balloon animals for the fuckers. All right, Rubberdoll come out. Rubberdoll come in with her sparkling boobs or whatever, with her sparklers on her tits,
They
and
like
that'll
life.
entertain them, like doing this thing. Venus will come in and just start like taking them and throwing them all in the air and catching them because that's what she does. I don't know. I think we're onto something. An Exotica babysitting service, like, you know, can't find a sitter? Don't worry, we got you.
Sounds terrifying.
So I'm coming
There's
back
zero
then.
liability in it.
We haven't been able to figure out parking. Let's not deal with like little kids. This is no. We're no babysitting services. We're moving on. Yeah.
So Tanya, I mean, yeah, I've seen your YouTube channel, but I mean, yeah, there's just tons and tons of stuff on there. But you're also working on something new, sexyoneonone.com.
Yeah. Oh, so it's a new company that started that approached me to kind of be their brand ambassador. So I'm helping other girls sign up to the site. So it's really good platform. It's like kind of like a lot of girls are using OnlyFans and Sex Panther, and it's kind of like several of the platforms put into one. So you can do the monthly subscription, and you can chat with them, but you can also do video calls and phone calls. So, you know, I do OnlyFans, and how many people do I get on OnlyFans? Like, can I call you? Can I video chat with you? And I'm like, you can't do it on here. So that's what I'm working on right now, and the OnlyFans, but the sexyoneonone.com. So if anyone wants to find out, they can definitely hit me up, ask me, tweet me. I'm very easy to get online. Verified.
She's easy, guys. You heard it here.
I'm very easy to get online. Yeah.
Yeah. Wait till we show.
Just get her a pop figure, and you're in like Flynn.
Wait till we show her social media things. It like takes up the whole page. So yeah, we're good.
I know you were arguably. I mean, how many hours a day do you spend with your social media?
Right.
Oh, I don't know. I get up. I'm multitasking, and I've got a toddler.
What's a day for Tanya Tate? Like, give us the breakdown real quick. The typical day.
6:50, I wake up and I'm in the bed with the phone thinking, when have I got to get up to get this baby some milk? I'm on my phone. And then, so the phone comes in the shower with me, you know, sometimes do a little shower show. And if I can hear screaming from the other room, I have to mute that video. We don't have anyone walking in. Then we eat breakfast. Oh, we live stream the breakfast. So that's on YouTube. All the time I'm checking and see who's texting me, who's messaging me, and then a little bit later on, after he goes for a walk, I do some videos. I'm back checking those texts, those messages. It's just kind of like that all day. I'm on and off, you know, and eat your lunch. And I was doing some nice little videos this morning. I just started a TikTok. I don't even understand TikTok. So
I don't think anybody does.
No, all I did with the TikTok this morning was just go. Not that. That was my TikTok.
You're gonna get kicked off. Aubrey Kate just got kicked off for something stupid like that. Do not do that. No.
Okay, I'm gonna delete it.
So it's crazy to me. Like, we've been doing a lot of these interviews over the last month or two, and just listening to the OnlyFans preparation time blows my mind. Like,
it's worse than preparing for an anal scene.
It's Joanna Angelina. No. Anybody that watches every episode will hear me say this like 3 times. But Joanna was talking about how she like leaves sex toys throughout the entire house, like scattered throughout. So it's like you open up, the drawer in the kitchen, and like a butt plug pops out, and you're like, oh yeah, maybe I should put this in while I cut these, like, cut the celery, like. What about Rubberdoll? I know you were going through with the OnlyFans thing, and I know you relaunched it at a point. Like, does that sound like your day?
Well, actually, I live in a 2-story house, and the second story where it's where I'm at now, it's kind of like, I would say, kind of like a dungeon area.
Rightfully so.
Believe it or not. It's funny because, and then I do a lot of my shooting up here, and I can show you one of the scenes. Am I allowed to pan the camera?
As long as we're not seeing any nudity, you can show whatever.
No, not at all. So this is so I have this prepared. So I build these backdrops, and this is one of the backdrops.
Damn.
It's one of them fell, but let me see if I can. There you go. There you go. So that's one of them right
I
there.
like
So
the cage. I like cages.
You're more
Listen,
than welcome to
I'm
enter
gonna ask
it.
you something, Rubberdoll, because I'm very naive.
Wait.
I hope you don't mind me asking this.
Go
Because I know
ahead.
we've had like brief hi, how are you? So do you shoot content with other girls?
Oh yes, definitely, yeah.
You gotta do the whole. You gotta do the Blake Shelton thing.
You're more than welcome to my cage.
So are you more dominatrix? Because obviously
No,
you're saying
not
hold up the
really,
floor
no.
yourself.
No, hold on. Wow, I can't move it now.
I know,
No,
come back to us.
I'm
You
not a
want to
dominatrix at all.
Nope, you're gonna have to do the rest of the show in the cage, Rubberdoll.
No, I'm not a dom. I mostly just like play.
Switch. You're kind of
Yeah,
like,
I just play. You know, and when I do a scene with another girl, we talk it over. Look, well, this is what I have in mind. What are you comfortable with? And in advance. And a lot of the girls, they're not comfortable being submissive. So it's mostly like something that's very neutral, like just play with each other.
Yeah.
And I don't have a problem with that at all.
Phoenix is. There's nothing neutral about Phoenix.
She doesn't know me yet. Dan.
She scares the fuck out of me. We were talking about that the other day. She's
What are
scared.
you more, Phoenix? What are you more into?
I love
Sex.
everything. I'm very.
Why don't we start with the things that you're not into? That'll be a much shorter list.
What's on your? What are real bugaboos?
What are the things that you don't like?
No squirting, no prolapse, vagina or anally, okay? And don't smack my fucking ass.
Really?
Yeah.
That's the interesting point right there. So no ass smacking.
No.
That's-
And everyone always like, but your butt's so big, I want to just maul, and you'll get hit.
So let-
I was doing the scene,
I was
but-
gonna say, what? Tell me your
Personal
best.
life.
Like that dude should not have done that story.
So, Mr. Pete and me are really good friends, okay? We're doing a scene for Zero Tolerance together. He knows my rules, no fucking ass smacking, okay? They all know it. Like, they know you can slap my face, my tits, anything you want. You can pinch me, don't care. Bite me, great. But he was fucking me, and he went, wham! And I whipped around, and he pinned me down as hard as he could, and he's like, I'm sorry. He kept fucking me like, if I fuck her really hard, she won't hit me. But I literally whipped around like I
Did it
was
work?
gonna deck his ass.
Did it work?
Not for nothing. Like
Did-
if anybody's
Yeah,
ever met
Dick.
Dick.
Jeez, you just let your secret out, man. Now
Phoenix,
now
what, you're-
everybody knows.
you're- Phoenix, you're what, 5'9"? Tanya, how tall are you?
5'6".
So I mean, and both you guys are probably taller than 90% of the male talent out there. Like Mr. Pete,
Why you
seriously,
can't
Mr.
fuck.
Pete's like what? Mr. Pete's like what? Like 5'6", 5'7"?
No, he's 5'9", 5'8".
Yeah, but
know.
when a girl puts a pair of high heels on, they towering over him.
And-
If I put
And
on,
he's a skinny dude.
Yeah. Oh yeah, compared to us. But
Small
his
dude,
dick's
big
long, at
dick.
least.
It's the way it works.
Yeah.
can I show you this TikTok, Phoenix, and you can tell me, do you think I should delete it or not? You
Okay,
ready?
I'm in. If you guys don't care, you
It
guys.
sounds-
Wait, everybody in
right.
the chat room's got to tell us that. Should she delete this?
Yes, delete it.
It's because it's
Delete.
got a flashlight.
No.
Oh,
What do you
see,
think? Should I delete it?
I don't know. You might have to show that again. Wait, hold on.
TikTok has a problem with
Jay,
boobs.
Jay, look at the hearts right now.
Okay, I'm gonna delete it.
No, don't delete it. Run
No,
it.
let
Wait.
that
no, it's fine. Well,
Running the whole show in the background.
it will
I
live.
wanna
It will
lose her
live on
account, like,
Exotica
Aubrey
TV
literally
forever.
just lost her account.
How do I
That's
delete
something
it?
similar.
So my daughter, I have a
Saved it, so it's all right.
I have a teenage daughter who's over this. She's been trying to get me to do a TikTok. She's like, "Come on, Dad," and she mentions two of her friends. They're gonna get their dads to do it. I'm like, no fucking way. And one of the dads is a DEA agent, and I'm like, there's no way you're. And the other guy's a football coach. I'm like, there's no way you're getting these guys to do fucking. I tell you what, you get them to do TikToks, or they get them. I'll do one with you. Dude, the DEA agent.
Listen, man,
caved.
you did.
He
You
did a fucking
did.
TikTok.
You fucking tagged me in that goddamn ice bucket challenge, so I would not put it past you.
Oh, because somebody tagged me.
Past the pain.
So it's going to you.
So, did anybody see
called
the? Did you guys see? You're all on social media constantly. Did you see the pandemic video that started circulating yesterday? It was like
No.
it's been everyone. It's like this like weird questionable video about how like the whole U.S. government is like behind, and everybody's talking about how like
Like a conspiracy.
yeah, like this big conspiracy thing, and it
Yeah.
even friends that I know that are like level-headed, like smart, normal, you know,
They
folks.
started believing it.
It was everywhere, and like every day that goes by, my you know, hope for humanity lessens, just because I realize that, you know, like what's happening. So I mean, how do you guys survive? Do you just look at your stuff? I mean, that's like, to be able to be on social all the time, like it would kill me. So you just have to plan on like reading your own stuff or your @replies and that, and not looking at other stuff.
Well, I work in a doctor's office, right? And the doctor here is actually in charge of all the Metro Police Department.
Mm-hmm.
He's their consul doctor. So I hear what the CDC is saying, all of Las Vegas, the governor, you name it. So I know that they all think it's bullshit. Unless you're elderly, unless you're pre-existing condition,
Right.
you're gonna be fine. Everyone's gonna get this. Everyone's gonna get coronavirus. It's if you're healthy enough to fight it off.
Right. And if everybody gets it, and yeah, I actually had my antibody test done today.
How did you go?
So they drew I went to like a what do they call them? Urban care or urgent care place, and they, you know, I like had to do a consult online before, like a video
That's the
chat
same
thing.
thing I did.
Yeah, and then I went over like 20 minutes later, drew blood. I was the only person there. They only let one person in to, you know, do it.
Yeah.
And they said they'd let me know in 3 days. But they
That's
also
exactly what they told me.
they also said, we'll let you know in 3 days, but we just want to let you know that this isn't FDA approved. It's like
It is. So you went to Quest.
right, something like that.
Lab costs
Okay,
$100
but
and
you
is
know-
FDA approved.
And
This is the thing.
right,
This is the thing. There was an article recently that came out on Twitter. It was a lady that she was tested positive when she had the coronavirus, right?
Okay.
She was tested positive.
okay,
Fast forward, she tested positive. Look, I have it. You know, I have all the symptoms. Look at me now. Okay, so she tested positive. Fast forward, she tested it again for the antibody,
right.
and it was negative. So this is the thing that's very bizarre.
Well,
There's many situations happening where, well, number one, is it testing? What do you call that? Like false positives and false negatives? What's going on? Because
So are you doing the finger prick, or are you doing the actual blood draw?
Blood draw, what did
Rubberdoll do? What did you do? Blood draw? Okay.
see.
So, go ahead.
Well, and they said, like, after the fact, they were like, okay, so here's the deal. It's not FDA approved, but it's like, you know, a soon to be or whatever. And because of this, like, you know, they're allowed to do it now because of the state of emergency or whatever. They said, you know, you may test positive for it and you could be negative, and you could test negative for it and it could be positive. And it like basically like, after like the 30 seconds of what they said after they did it, I was like, well then what the fuck? Like, because no matter what, I'm gonna get it and I'm gonna be like, what's that mean? You know?
I have a medical question.
Sure.
And Phoenix, you're a doctor-ish.
You're a doctor.
I'm a nurse, yeah. EMT, yes.
Are swollen boobs a sign of coronavirus? And if so, you all three have it?
Damn it!
This has been the best part about Exotica TV. It's like the angle of like what all of this is. Like the only reason.
They're all fucking serious, and everybody in the chat and everybody that's watching this shit, they don't want to hear about our antibody tests or our kids. It all comes down to like they want to see down boobs.
Phoenix, I've got a question for Phoenix. Okay, so I'm sitting here now, and I got this bra out, and I was like, great, I love this bra. I was trying to work out what I was going to wear, and I just said, you know what, this is what I'm going to wear. I've got a pair of leggings on because that's what I wear in the house. Leggings or pajamas. Pair of leggings. So I've got them on. I've got the bra on. I'm like made up. Phoenix, I want to get my boobs redone. I need them redoing. Dr. Phoenix, help me out. What size should I go? I like this.
I'm sorry,
I'll be in LA next weekend. I feel like a physical exam is needed. It's been a little bit.
You just want to grope a bitch. This is why she scares the shit out of me, because anything she says, it's always like this shit or.
The thing though with Phoenix, Phoenix could tell me to just lie down and she'll say, I'll do this, it'll feel okay. And I'll say, okay, Phoenix. Whatever Phoenix asks of me, Phoenix is one of the only very, very few people in this world that I will say, okay, Phoenix. That's a truth. Yep. She knows 100%. That. Because I'm very I'm
not at that stage yet in our relationship. Phoenix,
I want to know more about the boobs though. What do you got to do with them, Tanya? I mean, you got to get are you going bigger, smaller?
If you really want to stand out, you should get a third boob.
Yes,
that'll make you stand out.
Total Recall style.
No, do you know what? I was pregnant, so they grew, then I breastfed, and then everything happened. They've shrunk a size basically, and a little bit lower than where I want them to be. So I want them back to the same height on my chest, and I want them the same size as
who has the biggest boobs here right now? Jay and I are.
Yeah, if you listen, they've gotten a lot. They've gotten a lot bigger since the quarantine, but I still don't compete.
Who's got the biggest boobs?
Let's go CCs. I think we should go CCs.
Oh wait, how do you know? Rubberdoll could be natural.
No. I'm
Rubberdoll, how many CCs are you?
Well, I think that I'm like a double. Right now, I feel like I'm a double D, but they do fluctuate, and I'm pretty sure that all the girls here will agree. Do they fluctuate with you girls?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, right.
You lose weight, you gain weight, you lose weight. But how much filler is in there?
Yeah, no, I have no idea because I haven't done such a long time ago. But I fluctuate between a D and a double D.
Okay.
How about you,
Tanya?
Mine were 500 cc's, and they used to be a double D, but now they're a D.
So do yours fluctuate?
Well, yeah, but mine changed because of pregnancy.
Yeah.
Okay.
They fluctuate them. Show them how they fluctuate. They fluctuate them.
Wait, Rubberdoll, I'm just checking for you, love.
I'm gonna do a self-exam here, a digital self-exam.
Phoenix, how big?
I'm a 36 double D. If I fluctuate, it's always bigger, obviously. I'll go 38 because if I work out my back, it'll go to 38. But
and how many
800 cc? So this is the biggest breast implant you can get.
Winner, chicken dinner.
But you know what?
Yeah.
So listen, here's the deal. Guys do the same thing.
Yeah.
Dick-wise.
Do you measure your chest?
You're like sometimes you're like, damn, look at this, and then other times you're like, oh my god, thank God nobody's in the room. Like it's.
All right, Jay, take off your shirt. Let's go.
We're gonna leave my boobs out of this, okay? I'm actually afraid that our view count would go up just because they would misconstrue my boobs for just another set of girl tits.
Oh, stop it!
He doesn't have a hairy chest, so
I have a comically unhairy chest. It's it's not pretty. I got a nipple hair or two, but
my actually, if I let my beard keep going down, it would just all blend into one thing. I'd look like gray Sasquatch right now.
I spent my whole my first 25 years of life wishing that I could grow hair and whatever, and now I've spent everything past then wishing it would just go away. So I'm at the old man phase where it's how the fuck does that come out of there? Where does that go?
Jay, you are old now.
I am.
Oh,
dude, listen.
He makes fun of me. I'm the oldest one here.
Dan's 137 years old. I, however, am a spry 41. We started Exotica 2006. I was 26 years old. So now,
a boy in a dream.
I was just a boy in a dream. And now, so many years later, it's interesting because you have. I like it for different reasons now than I did when I was 26, but I definitely recognize that I went from being the young kid that everybody was afraid that they spent too much money with to being the middle-aged guy that they're oh yeah, he looks like he knows what he's doing, which by the way I still don't I'm still as clueless as I was when I started the thing, but
and it's so let's get back to some of the other stuff here that we're talking about, just because. And we've all known each other for the better part of 10 or more years, right? I think everybody here, we've been seeing, because Exotica. This is the 15th year of Exotica.
It will be.
It is. No, it is.
It isn't. It isn't right now, but it will be.
No, it is.
I mean,
Do your math.
okay. No, I'm saying
They say once the show
it will
starts.
be
Still,
once they.
we started planning.
I know.
You know, so we're and,
So wait,
and I'm
I
hope
We're partly
Jay,
there.
I'm the optimist here. Sorry,
No,
we're gonna have a show this year.
We're gonna have
Of course.
four.
We
of them.
are.
But
Rubberdoll's
it
not going to be there in
is-
Jersey again,
Man.
probably.
Yeah,
I know
this
it's,
Halloween.
look at Len-
Halloween
well,
fucks
you know
everything
what?
up.
Maybe you
Oh, 'cause-
never know. With
The current state
Yeah,
of
we-
affairs.
Jay,
Oh,
we
it's
come
gonna
second.
happen.
Jay, we come second.
No,
Maybe
th-
Tanya will make an appearance and her newfound Tanya's babysitting service. A free fleshlight, a free Tanya Tate royal fleshlight for every dad.
See?
Imagine.
That would be good.
Is that the royal fleshlight model?
Yes.
Now,
It
what is
is-
the royal? Because does like a wife take it and when she finds it and hit the guy over the head and say, "I dubbed thee Sir Douchebag"?
Well, hopefully she won't even notice it's a fleshlight, because why would the wife know? It just looks like a torch. But it's
You know how
It looks like a bizarre sex toy.
You know how she knows? Because when the guy is done with it and then he has to wash it off and then it's sitting in like the fucking drying rack in his kitchen. I only know this from personal experience. Your wife
disgusting.
will look at you much differently. Like the other thing that I love about Fleshlight is they'll do like promo stuff where it's like this hot ass chick holding a fleshlight and some dude's like got his junk in it and it's like hot chick, me, my junk's out. It's like, and then all of a sudden, like, I'm gonna put it in that thing and not the person
Not the
holding
girl.
it. Like,
Here's my fleshlight story. My fleshlight. So when I was editing, I was the editor of Genesis magazine, and we had gotten, they used to send toys in for reviews, and they sent us this thing. It was when the fleshlight first came out, and I opened up the box, and I'm looking at this thing, and I started laughing. I mean, I'm sorry, I started laughing. But you know what? Unlike Jay, when he got his free fleshlight, I didn't use it. I gave it to like an assistant or something in the place.
dude,
I swear to you, I never used a fleshlight ever.
I'm fine
swear
with
on our friendship.
I
swear on our friendship.
I am fine with that, but don't shame me for using it.
I'm not shaming you for it. I just think it's
Yeah. No,
Well, Jay,
which
try
model
it.
did you use?
I tried it.
Whose did you use? Whose was it?
The Tegan Presley model.
You hear that?
And it's crazy because I love Tegan and
We have
we're
Tegan on now, just so you
we're
can talk
good
about
friends.
it.
No, I think I've told her before, and if I haven't, I just did. It was, it's an amazing toy. It was awesome to use one time, and then you know how girls you probably don't feel the same. Like guys have this thing where like when you finish masturbating, there's like a moment of like, oh, look at myself. Like, look at this. Like it's everywhere, and I'm sitting here alone. Like there's like a minute
if I
where
get
you're
up
just
out of
like
bed right now, it's gonna drip all over my carpet.
Like what has happened to my life? And so what happens is this fleshlight, like the thing is awesome and it works great, but the after effect of like
Or
what
so
have
I hear.
what have I done with my life is like exponentially worse because you're just like you're holding this giant piece of plastic and you're like, now I got to get up and I got to wash this shit out and I got to like waddle around with my pants still around my ankles and like like you probably got lube out because you're not gonna bang a fleshlight dry and all of a sudden you're just like,
Do you light candles for yourself, Jay?
yeah, I mean. Sometimes I like to draw
I can just
back.
picture Jay. Jay's got candles going. He's got Sade playing in the background.
Oh man, no, it was. Let's just say
how you doing?
there's an increased moment of shame. Okay,
What's going
there's
on?
just
I love you.
like
I'm gonna make you feel so dirty tonight.
so and
Well, you can always call me at the same time if it's my flashlight.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah,
Jesus.
the phone
Oh,
star, and
Jesus.
I will tell you exactly what I
can't
want
do
you
it.
to do with that nice big hard cock.
Here's what happens if you
Exactly
call
what-
Tanya with her flashlight. Stick it in me pussy. Call me mum.
everyone's
Oh,
grabbing
dirty bastard.
something.
I know it's like,
oh, pussy, it's a cunt.
oh,
Fancy word. I
I
don't know.
know. Wanker.
Yeah, only Phoenix can call
You know
me
what,
the
so-
W word. Well, I call everyone else. but only
Hot
Phoenix.
Dan.
the closing to my fleshlight experience was the fact that once you're done with it, you can't just like put it back in the thing and put it away. It has to actually dry, which means that you take it out of the thing and it's left to like, you got to leave it somewhere to dry. You can't just like, you know, whatever. And so for the next like few hours, you have to have it just sitting there staring at you like
drying rack.
I'm coming back at you. Yeah.
I got you.
$1 million idea, Jay. Drying rack for sex toys.
But where do you put it? That's the question. Like, I mean, like
it's like a terrarium.
A terrarium, a sex toy terrarium.
A sex toy terrarium.
No.
In the closet, shut the door.
So I will say that I repeated this process approximately 5 to 6 times until I couldn't take it anymore and I had to throw it away.
Or until your dishwasher broke. Until your kid's there, like.
By the way,
until you found your kid like eating cereal out of it
by the way,
morning.
Hi, Mom.
She's oh wait, I thought that was for my tequila.
No,
Right?
no, so wrong. So much wrong with this.
My God.
All right,
Where do we go for this, Jay?
We don't. We've hit the bottom, and I don't know where to go.
No, the bottom's
By
still
the
a long
way,
way.
I would like to like go through our Twitter and Periscope comments and say that like we're moving up, but we're not. They're a dumpster fire still, so we're just gonna need to keep.
Well, somebody asked who's single here. Can they read this? Yes, we can. Hey, fam, miss and love you all. Danny Phantom.
We got
Hi, XXX Danny Phantom.
We got an email the other day from like the restreaming company that we use that that uses all the technology to do this, and it was like a traffic report or whatever, and it said one of the fun facts was like, what's the most used word in any of your live streams, and it's hi. H-I, period. I'm like, so that was, this is one of the only live shows that we're constantly running on EXXXOTICA.tv. And, the comment section is, every once in a while you find
Danny Phantom's she has empathy for you, or apathy. She did say poor Jay.
See? I don't even know.
She feels bad for you.
See, I can throw them up on screen, by the way, as we go. So I've been doing that too.
Oh my God. The best was I saw Tanya. I saw you on YouTube.
Yeah.
You did a post like a while back of you reading like comments about you. It was almost like mean tweets from like Jimmy Kimmel or whatever that's from.
I would love
like what's the worst thing that somebody's ever tweeted? What's the worst thing that somebody's ever tweeted at you?
I don't know. There's a lot of worse things that you really don't want to think about. It's like some people are just disgusting, like really disgusting. So there's too mean to even say. I have to say though, once there was one tweet. There's a board called the Vesti, and it got reminded of me of this the other day because one of them was like, "Come back to the Vesti." So it's like a forum, and I went on it, and they thought it wasn't me. So some of them were mean, and like some of them were saying, like, "Oh, like she's old" or whatever. And then one of the guys that was really saying he was mean stuff about him, and I found a video of him, and he was a larger guy. And the video was, how many pies can I fit in my mouth? That was his little video. So here he is doing a video, like shoving all these pies in his mouth. So he wrote something really mean, and I went, "Is this you in the video?" And they were like, yeah, I think that was my best comment back. When people were mean, I was just like, "Is this you?"
Did you guys ever? Because I mean, all three of you do a ton of appearances over the year. Obviously at Exotica, Rubberdoll dancing around also, and traveling. I mean, does anybody ever come up to you and just say something to you guys like, "Oh shit," like, "I can't believe they just said that to me in public"?
I got one.
What?
I was at AVN. I'm signing next to Nikki Benz and Monique Alexander, and a guy said to me, now, he went straight to me because it was like a little line thing, right? He went straight to me, waited in line, trench coat, 6'5". I'm like, okay, whatever. But he had like a weird aura about him. No, you know me. I'm like, whatever, it's cool. He says, "I want to watch you bleed." And I looked at him, and I was like, and Nikki Benz literally is like, "The fuck?" Monique left. She like left, and I was like, okay, I'm off. So you want to watch me bleed, like my period? You want to like cut me? Dude, like, froze. He didn't think I was going to say that, right? So he stops. He's like, and I'm all right. what was your name again? I forgot his name, and he says his name, and I was like, I hope you fuck me with my blood and fuck my gaping holes. Love Phoenix Marie. And I gave it to him, and he just like took it and left. I'm like, why would you say that to somebody? Like, you want to watch me bleed? Like, I don't know.
That's fucking crazy. And especially to you, because I mean, like, no exaggeration. I mean, you're a badass chick. I mean,
well, you look like you could fuck somebody up. Is basically what it comes to. Like,
she is strong. I mean, I don't have any of the video of it, but I mean, I don't know if you, Jay, I've heard like flipping people around and picking them up. I'm watching something she shot for Barstool, and Barstool Sports, and there's like a little dude there. I guess he's like somebody you do scenes with, right, or something.
Yeah, Jordy was there. Yeah, it's the one.
I mean, this guy's like tiny. I mean, it's just
Is he like the? Is he like the? Yeah, he's the little guy.
He's the guy probably. You saw
I'm heavier than him.
Yeah, and then you see another one, and she picks up this one dude, and he's there like, I'm 205 pounds. You ain't picking me up, and he wouldn't. He was afraid to let her pick him up.
And then he let me do it.
And then he let her do it. And she just like fucking lifted the motherfucker up. Now, granted, she looked like she was struggling a little bit.
I was not. It was hard.
You were
as fuck,
struggling.
And I didn't even know what I was going into. Oh, honey, come on now.
Yeah.
Dude, she's squaring you up, Dan. I'd watch out. You be
Dude, if
easy.
she picks me up, I feel bad for both of us.
What do you mean? Someone's got to
I don't know.
It's like emasculating. Sorry.
I will say that I have seen Rubberdoll for 40 shows set up her booth with supreme power. Like she comes in like fucking moving like
Her and the fucking
metal
dog.
pieces and
Yeah.
Well, she has a little bit of help. She's got a little bit of help, but she's in there like she has
Setting it
like
up for those
headstocks and like all of the stuff that ships around with us.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Fucking
she's
the wheel of fucking shame, or what is the wheel called?
the wheel of pain.
the wheel of
pain.
the wheel of
And
pain.
I love it. A lot
What's
of
on the-
you know,
what's
they
on the
get a
wheel of
lot
pain?
People that come back for it, that they really want to be dominated, So it's like a little session I
How
have.
come I don't get that? Like,
Dude.
I
Oh,
charge her
oh,
shit.
oh,
Go over
Nobody
there.
gives up.
Phoenix,
I know you can.
you guys are usually
Anytime.
signed right across the booth.
Yeah.
We're gonna bring you over there at the next Exotica, and
Yes.
we'll bring
What are the
Exotica
choices
TV
on-
along
What
with
are the
us.
choices on the wheel of pain?
Well, I have to do a little video on it.
What choices do you have
What choices are there?
on the wheel of pain?
Well, my favorite is Mistress Choice. So I do like usually that's what it lands on.
Surprisingly.
So, like, there's
And,
15 minutes choice,
you know-
one clothespin.
Yeah.
And it's the stockade, and I have this thing, the violet wand, which I like to use.
That's the thing that I always say.
I love it.
You
If
guys know the violet wand?
if
Of course.
if ever
I worked
there's
for Keith full time.
if ever there's videos that get shared about Exotica afterwards, it's every single time, every single show
The violet
is
wand is very
Rubberdoll shocking
popular.
some dude. Yeah, like
It
Yeah.
doesn't even hurt. It feels good.
It feels good. I know it does.
yeah, but that's because you know what it is. Like if you're a general attendee walking into this show, like you're fucking scared. Like you're scared that you're gonna get your ball shot.
Here's 5 things from each of us that you will guarantee to see in Exotica. Rubberdoll standing up on stage, going like this, like wants to hear more or whatever, and then like blowing something up out of her pussy. Blowing something up out of her pussy.
Yes,
You're gonna see Phoenix
flowers
at
or
some point picking up one of the girls. It could be a Bella Danger, it could be Tanya Tate, it could be Rubberdoll, it could be anybody or a combination thereof. She'll have like one on each arm like this.
I did that. Look at Dan showing off.
She'll do that shit, right? And then you'll see Tanya definitely with like the most dope merchandise setup ever. Like you just walk into Neiman. Her booth is like the Neiman Marcus of fucking Exotica.
Yeah.
She's got like a window display and shit like that, right?
Yeah,
And she's dressed in some sort of cosplay outfit.
Yeah, I just
That's
walk in.
I love that.
The booth's all set up. Or you might see me on the Vivid Radio booth as well.
Yep, doing that with Vivid Radio stuff.
Yeah.
Jay, at some point you will see on a skateboard.
Oh, I see you on the little Jay on the skateboard, and you're on that little.
A Segway. We haven't used a Segway for years, man.
I always.
Dan had a little cart for a couple of shows. It was pretty sweet.
No, I never had the cart.
You had the cart? Yeah, you
but we
did.
had
I saw you on the Segway down. That's my vision.
the Segway was the fucking best. And you'll see me usually walking around pissed off at something.
That's what I always think.
Dan
Probably
is
pissed off
Dan.
that Jay's riding around on a skateboard and I'm fucking there working.
Yeah, no. The great thing is like I don't have to get angry at anything because Dan does it all for both of us.
No, we haven't had the segways are fucking great. We had two. What were they?
They were
Off-road
great.
segways.
No, they were the off-road segways. They were awesome. The problem with them was like, you know what's crazy?
Well, the problem with them was one of you girls would always want to borrow one, and then subsequently wreck. Jessica Drake. Unfortunately, it happened to her. I'm very broken up about it, but she just
Ain't
wrecked
shit.
like a motherfucker.
Yeah. No,
She got on it and just went flying.
The problem was when the batteries, once the battery dies on them, the battery costs like 75% of what the whole thing is. So like once the battery went bad after like, however many years it was, and we honestly now, like, I guess I'm on a skateboard and Dan usually is just standing in the middle of the room yelling at people in every direction.
That's not true.
Yeah, it's true.
It sounds like my Dyson vacuum cleaner. Whenever the Dyson battery goes out, it's so expensive.
Dude,
But anyhow.
you know what?
Sorry, I still got a Hoover. I'm fucking middle class.
We had one of the
Actually, I do have a Dyson.
handheld Dyson vacuum cleaners for 10 years. That was the only vacuum that we owned in our house.
You want to see something ridiculous?
What's that?
Jay, unplug your headphones so so your room can hear me right now.
Unplug.
So
No,
your speakers
what?
from your computer come out.
Why? Nobody's in there. What?
Trust me. Just unplug your headphones for a second.
Okay, hold on. Yeah?
Alexa, close third floor blinds.
Well, hold on just a second. Say that
Alexa,
again?
close third floor blinds.
Sorry, I'm not set up to like unplug.
Jay's got mechanical fucking
shit, man.
blinds there.
What were you trying to say?
It's ridiculous.
What?
No, that you have mechanical blinds there. I mean, we're making fun of
Are you trying to pick on my leg? Wait, hold on.
You're so rich, and we're just basic.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's-
You should
Phoenix has to work 2 jobs. Tanya's gonna have to start selling her pop figures.
So
all right?
Rich,
No, don't do that.
come visit my house.
Poor Rubberdoll's gonna have to sell off her dog or whatever.
Yep.
Giuseppe's gonna
later,
be going off, man.
Zeppy.
She's going to live with another
He's
family
out.
because she can't afford to feed him anymore.
Listen,
So
man.
please support all these ladies at their OnlyFans and websites, and Tanya with her Fuck Tanya fleshlight site, and Jesus, I mean,
He's got it all.
I don't even know what to say. I mean, this is like, this has actually been like one of our more fun ones for sure.
I agree. It's
We know all of you guys so well.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's-
once again,
that's the big thing, man. These guys have supported our event forever, and I mean, literally forever. Since we started this thing, and
if there's anything we could ever do for any of you ladies,
call down.
except for give you money, because that really we can't afford to do right now.
Yeah, but take it
Anything
off.
else, but anything else. I mean, if you need our sperm for any reasons,
Nope, can't do that. I can't.
that's
do
right.
that.
You can't. All right, well,
Nope, sorry.
That's all for that
This
fleshlight.
shit is closed. Yeah, like no, that ain't happening.
yeah. He made love to a bag of peas for 24 hours.
It's fine with me. It's way better. I could be in quarantine right now with 3 kids versus 2, so I'm totally fine with that.
That's true.
Fair.
That's true. Jay, I mean, I don't want to fuck up the order again, so you tell me who should we go to first? Remind us where we can find them on the net.
You can go to any order that you want to, Dan.
Any order?
I'm drunk enough now that it doesn't really matter.
Rubberdoll, remind everybody where they can find you on the internet.
Well, right now, mainly my Instagram account and also my
rub that in.
OnlyFans.
You don't
It's
have
just
an
basically Rubberdoll.
Right. Oh man, I love when this happens, when I just like load up one username and I'm just like Rubberdoll, boom, here you go.
That's it.
Rubberdoll everywhere.
and then also rubberdoll.net. So between those two,
That's
Website?
right. That's where
Everybody's
it all
got it covered.
started.
where it all
That's where it all
started.
started.
Way back when.
And so right now, OnlyFans in her dungeon bedroom / Willy Wonka factory with that wallpaper.
Oh, listen, we've done an episode before with Rubberdoll, and she's got quite a setup.
got a confessional.
Yeah, she's got everything.
Thank you.
Giant-
I
Giant
try.
martini glass. I don't even want to know what that's used for. Phoenix, remind everybody where they can find you online.
I'm at Piet PHX Squadron on Instagram. I'm P Marizzle on Twitter, and my OnlyFans is, OnlyFans.Phoenix Marie, and of course the best one, Brazzers.com, Phoenix Marie.
Brazzers.com. Hear that, guys?
She's got one of the greatest Twitter handles. It's everybody knows it.
Marizzle, baby.
Yep. I've always known her as Marizzle. She's in my phone as Marizzle.
Yep.
But you're in my heart as something else.
I was gonna say other woman. That was what you're supposed to put.
Oh, that's so sweet. Dan, you're so
nice. As Tanya likes to call you, my show wife.
Hold on just a second. I need to make the screen. I need to make the screen a lot bigger so we can fit Tanya's in.
I'll do it.
Tanya, remind everybody where they can find you online, because you got where
can't they find her?
I'm so all over it. I'm on Twitter and Instagram at Tanya Tate. OnlyFans Tanya Tate. Sexy one-on-one Tanya Tate. You can text TanyaTate.com if you want to get all the places where you can do customs videos with me, chatting, calling me, texting me. You can fuck Tanya.com if you want to get my fleshlight, and my YouTube channel as well. Make sure you subscribe to that. Tanya Tate Tube. I like it. Thank you, Jay. And my cosplay site, JustaLottaTanya.com. Jay's just put it all up there for you.
Yes,
it is.
Great.
You can see it all.
I like
it's crazy.
Yeah.
Look, we may look like we're fucking rinky dink, but we're fucking good. Hey, Jay, thanks Scott the engineer for putting all that up for us.
Thanks, buddy.
Good job, guys. Guys, ladies, once again, I mean, hopefully we got some shows coming up this year. I mean, we're scheduled right now, July 31st through August 2nd, Exotica Chicago 10th anniversary. Hopefully we're crossing our fingers for that one. Next up on the calendar will be Exotica Miami and Rubberdoll's neck of the woods, the 11th through 13th to September. October 23rd through 25th, New Jersey. I think, what is this, Jay? This is our 14th year in Jersey?
13th, 14th,
14th, I think, right?
13th, I think.
I think it is our 13th.
Yeah.
New hotel, ladies. New hotel in Jersey.
Yes, the Sheraton Edison is no longer. Thank fucking God.
We're not there.
Oh my God.
It's so easy to get on and off the freeway.
I know, but do you like sushi?
No.
You like
asked the
sushi?
wrong person.
She likes steak. I know that, but steak and hot dogs.
Yeah, no, it's this awesome Japanese style hotel that we're doing. It's going to be crazy. So the other thing I want to mention before we jump off is next week.
And wait, DC. We almost forgot DC.
Forgot DC.
Exotica DC, December 11th through 13th. Next week on Exotica.tv, Jay, what do we got?
We have on Monday a brand new episode of Fork You with Brittany Amber. On Tuesday, we're now bumping up pretty much across the board to 2 episodes a day. So we have Backstage with Jordan and Brittany, and then their guest will be Sally Marvel. We also have Tuesday night Boob Tube following Backstage. Then Wednesday, Webcam, a brand new episode, a brand new series called Webcam Diaries. Yeah, where we're kind of featuring all of the different kind of crazy shit that happens with the webcam community within Exotica and all of those guys. It'll be people that you all see around the show. So that's with Allie Eve Knox and Belle Creed, hosted by Honey and Tom, who are another cam couple. And then we have our Inhuman Resources, our show that we just harass our staff members.
So we have Ken and Dawn.
So we're fucking with Ken and Dawn this time.
Host of Lifestyle.
Yep, who are host couple for Couples X, our
Couples
lifestyle
X.
program.
And then Friday, we're back here, right?
And then, you missed Thursday. Thursday, Spotlight with Nikki Delano.
Then,
I love her.
Yeah.
Jay,
and
why
then,
do you have a credit card in your hand, Jay? Or credit cards?
they're gift cards that don't have anything left on them.
Thank you. By the way, all of you guys coming on, you get gift cards.
You get a gift card
with no value.
And then after Nikki Delano's Spotlight, we have Sexpert Corner with Jesse Camille. And then on Friday, happy hour-ish right back here, 5 o'clock
Kendra Sunderland.
live. Kendra Sunderland.
Well, I think just signed with Brazzers too, right?
Yes, she did.
You just signed with Brazzers too. And Alice to the Vet of Two Girls, One Mic podcast. And God knows what the fuck else we're going to have on there. We got a whole week to put it together. And you might see something else. So.
What did you get?
I hear
Someone just came back.
All right, that means we're at the end.
We're out. We're out. We're out.
All right.
Thank you so much. Everybody stay safe, stay sexy, and we will see you soon.
Thanks.